Eugene, yes.
Coming to you this week from Kalamazoo, Michigan, the home of Chiropractic. It's WWF Superstars. Welcome, everyone. I'm Vince McMahon, and if things seem to be a little irregular this week, that's only because my broadcast partner, Mr. Perfect, had to go to the ring, that is, to be in Ric Flair's corner. And on the subject of Ric Flair, some have said he's a little stuck up these days. Some have even questioned his moral fiber. But there is no questioning the fact that until this past WrestleMania, Ric Flair found nothing but easy going here in the WWF, that is, until he learned that you can run, but you can't hide from the Macho Man Randy Savage. Can Ric Flair get back on track? Maybe yes, maybe no. This week on WWF Superstars One-on-One, The Undertaker versus The Berserker. In addition to which, Ric Flair will be in action. We'll have a special interview with Sid Justice. Joining us for more action, Sergeant Slaughter, as well as Shawn Michaels.
The following contest is
All right, fasten your seat belts. Here he comes.
Coming down the aisle with his executive consultant, Mr. Perfect, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 242 pounds, Ric Flair.
Just as arrogant as ever. Just as confident as ever. Macho Man Randy Savage, the reigning World Wrestling Federation champion, as a result of the one-on-one encounter at WrestleMania. With this man, Ric Flair, along with his executive consultant, many feel to be the odds-on favorite to once again be World Wrestling Federation champion. And no doubt with Perfect in the corner of Ric Flair, that certainly tips the odds in favor of Ric Flair reclaiming the WWF. Look at this. Ric Flair very concerned as to the handling of his robe. And Flair ready to lock up. Yes, we see Mr. Perfect with Ron Cumberledge, outstanding young athlete, and a takeover by Mr. Flair. Ric Flair, the consummate professional when it comes to mastering the technique. However, some would question the intestinal fortitude of Ric Flair. Clean break, how about that? Very unpredictable. He is a showman, no doubt of that. Ric Flair determined to once again be World Wrestling Federation champion, I believe, at all costs. There's no telling what this man is going to do to attempt to regain the championship. And there you see on the cover, of the current edition of the WWF magazine, beautiful Elizabeth. On the inside, well, you can compare, if you would, the photographs. Who's telling the truth about them? Perfect and Mr. Flair. Ooh, my. Or Randy Savage and Elizabeth.
Come on, Savage, get up. What's the story today? Come on, Savage.
I don't think that's Mr. Savage there, Mr. Perfect. Up in the air goes Ron Cumberland. Nice suplex by Ric Flair. Perhaps more than any one asset possessed by Ric Flair would be his mastery of psychology in the ring. Into the figure four. If he sinks it in, it's going to be history for Cumberland. It is all over. And you could ask Randy Savage if that is a devastating hold. Remember, it was applied on the legs of Randy Savage at WrestleMania. Mr. Savage still suffering the effect of a devastating figure four leg lock possessed by Ric Flair. No doubt Mr. Flair has his fans, not as many as the Macho Man Randy Savage.
From inside the pages of the WWF magazine, here's Update. Hi, Get Everyone Update, brought to you by the World Wrestling Federation Fan Club. Join now and get in on the exclusive action, photos, and souvenirs. Ah, yes, WrestleMania 8 is history. But what a weekend in Indianapolis it was, culminating at the Hoosier Dome with that gigantic double main event. Now, what you didn't see at WrestleMania weekend, that great concert in the park with the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, the Mountie, the Nasty Boys, Sensational Sherry. They were all there, and it all went for charity.
Rock it down the hall. Rock it down the hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sensational Sherry, Brian Knowles and the Nasty Boys, Jerry Sack, Nasty Boys, and the Mountie. Thank you very, very much. We love you, man.
Let's rock and roll, Indianapolis. Yeah!
And what about the WWF Superstars Lookalike Contest, hosted by my colleague Sean Mooney? Lookalikes of Paul Bear, the Big Boss Man, and a host of other World Wrestling Federation superstars. Folks, on Saturday night, a gigantic reception. They brought out the linen for this one, and guess who showed up? Yes, Bobby the Brain Heenan was on hand. Bret the Hitman Hart, Rowdy Roddy Piper, plus the Hulkster showed up, along with members of his family. What a night it was. And then capping it all off, the WrestleMania brunch with Sean Mooney. Now, this had to be an all-you-can-eat affair, I guarantee you that, because on hand, the Rocket Owen Hart, the British Bulldog, Sergeant Slaughter and Hacksaw Jim Duggan as a tandem, even the model, Rick Martel. Folks, what a phenomenal weekend it was, including that sensational card at the Hoosier Dome, along with all of the other weekend festivities. And they're all available exclusively from Coliseum Video on WrestleMania 8. It's available right now. For Update, I'm Gene Oakham.
We are back with more WWF Superstars.
In the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing 231 pounds, Kevin Kruger.
Kevin Kruger adjusting his eyebrows a bit.
His opponent,
He may have more than his eyebrows adjusted in just a moment.
the British Bulldog.
Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, unquestionably one of the premier athletes here in the World Wrestling Federation. What a powerhouse this guy is. Davey Boy Smith, what an athlete. And joining us at the moment, Mr. Perfect. Hello, Mr. Perfect. How are you doing this week?
I'm doing perfect. What do you think?
Oh, you got a little something on your jacket back there. Any seagulls?
Hey, leave it alone, McMahon. Maybe you can pick up a jacket like that. We can put Dork across the back of yours or something.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog. Shoulder block, nicely executed. Bulldog, recently returning from a very successful European tour. Series of arm drags here. Davey Boy scooping up the opposition and slams him down to the canvas. You don't seem to be out of breath at all.
Well, it's a long way from the ring to here, McMahon. I'm not out of breath.
No. And again, you're never out of air, especially the hotter
What a
variety.
nice suplex, huh?
Has him up there, and Kruger knows there's only one way down.
What kind of hairdo do you call that, McMahon?
I would call it a little on the dark side, maybe black, it would maybe auburn, something wrong with those.
No, I'm talking about the style of his hair. What's with the beads and the braids? Is this some kind of new English trend he's trying to throw on everybody here?
I don't know about that. Kruger working into the midsection, backing the British Bulldog to the corner now. Series of right hands, yeah. Whoa, nice reversal. Coming out, no, Davey Boy moves in. Kruger goes up. Oh, is he ever gonna go up? He's gonna go for a line. And down to the canvas. It is over. You can bet Her Majesty is proud of this athlete. The British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith.
He's far from perfect, though, McMahon. Far from perfect.
Let's go back and take another look here.
Look at this standing suplex right here. Boom. Down to the mat, and then that power body slam like only the Bulldog can do. It's over.
Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog. What a body on this guy. Speaking of bodies, that brings us to Body Stars. Hello, I'm Vince McMahon. Join Cameo and me for a behind-the-scenes look at the superstars and the super bodies on WBF Body Stars. If you're into bodies and what makes them look so good, then you don't want to miss WBF Body Stars. Every Saturday morning on USA. It's about health and fitness, hanging and banging, riding and sliding, food and fun, fashion and passion. WBF Body Stars, you've gotta want it.
How about that cameo, McMahon, huh? She has got a crush on me. I got to get her away from me. She won't leave me alone. She keeps calling. She's madly in love with me.
Oh, my goodness.
Can't blame her, though.
Genius looks happy this week.
Looks rather smart this week.
The Beverly Brothers, Bo and Blake.
At a total combined weight of 444 pounds, Eric Collins and Mike Frieda.
Speaking of KO Peck take, McMahon, you think the Beverly Brothers can flush the Legion of Doom out?
A sissy is the one thing that the Genius cannot tolerate. I know the brothers Beverly agree. Shall I name three fair damsels who can use some masculinity? Paul Ellering and his big LOD.
Very well put.
Think so, huh?
Yes.
Not exactly sure I understood what he was saying.
Well, McMahon, what school are you from?
Never mind. Was the Genius referring to the Legion of Doom as sissies?
That's the way I understood it. Legion of sissies.
Freedom on the receiving end of a big power slam. We spoke with the Beverly Brothers a little bit earlier on about the Legion of Doom. Here's what they had to say.
You know, everybody knows that the Beverly Brothers are better than LOS.
LOS? Right. Legion of Sissies.
And that goes for you too, Ellering.
Look at that maneuver by Bo.
For you, animal.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, it would be a great match between the Beverly Brothers and the Legion of Doom, but I would doubt very seriously that anyone in the world really believes that the Legion of Doom are sissies.
Well, I believe they are, McMahon. They
Look at
wear
this maneuver. Snap, crackle, and pop.
I've seen a move like that done before.
That's not Animal there, Bo. Oh, my.
It might be Animal without his makeup on. How do you know? You can't even recognize him, maybe.
Oh, come on. Look at this maneuver. Nice takedown. What a great team these two guys are. Brothers. You can't get any tighter than that, McMahon. That's what bonds these two together. That's what makes them a great tag team. And with the genius on the outside, oh, they're unstoppable.
Well, they are a tremendous tag team, I'll grant you that. But you have to wonder what would happen when they faced the... Oh, no!
Boy, if they did that to Hawk, the Hawk would be flying high, wouldn't he?
I don't care who they do it to. It's going to result in the same thing. A win for the Beverly Brothers.
Oh, the LOD fan club. Isn't that nice?
What in the world is this? Oh, come on. Wait a minute now. Eric Collins being held by Blake. What is this? Bo is going to do some finger painting. They're having some fun in there. What is this?
Oh, I see.
That's humiliating. It's one thing to be defeated. Legion of Sissies, huh, guys?
Another member of the Legion of Sissies. Hey, what do we call this one? We got animal, we got hawk, and now we got chicken.
Oh, my.
Oh, I like these guys.
Yeah, I thought maybe you might. Let's go back to the replay.
Take a look at this, McMahon. What a nice body slam is it? And off the second rope, snaps the neck. That could be the Legion of Doom getting their neck snapped like that.
Oh, my goodness. No more LOD. LOS. Let's take you now to Sean Mooney.
The Beverly Brothers are not exactly accomplished artists, but they have certainly spelled out their message for the Legion of Doom. No doubt they have gotten the attention of the awesome force comprised of Hawk and Animal, and when the two tag teams meet, it is not going to be a pretty picture. Right now, the Legion of Doom is standing by with their manager, Paul Ellering.
It's time to rewrite the history books, because only the victors write the history books. And I have returned, and this body, this machine, writes no checks it can't cash. Tell 'em, Animal.
Beverly Brothers, you've been spoiled all your lives. You've had the best teachers in the World Wrestling Federation. But now, get ready, because to us, you're a stepping stone to the WWF title. Tell them. There's many differences between you and us. For instance, you get pedicures at the beauty shop, and we take our nails and chop them off with an axe. You know something, Beverly Brothers? You're in for a lot of pain.
Paul Ellering once again at the helm of a massive ship known as the Legion of Doom. The trio now plans to be trouble ×3 for opposing tag teams. In singles action, Repo Man has been a one-man wrecking machine.
Hey, there you are. You're just the people I need to talk to. You know, I am such a nice guy. Because I was just reading the paper the other day, and you know, the economy is really, really bad. And somehow, our government's got to do something for us. And then I thought, hey, I'm the guy that can help us out. Because I'm the guy, when somebody can't pay the bills, I come and I have to take the car. And it really started getting down deep to me. I hate it when the family doesn't have any money and they can't feed their kids. And then I sometimes wonder, what do I do? And I thought about it. Take, because everything could be mine. I could be rich.
Repo Man may be laughing now, but he has recently expressed his frustration at his inability to secure a title shot by using excessive force in the ring. These days, those who step into the squared circle with the repossessor stand to lose a lot more than just a match. There's more action coming up right after these messages.
Standing by right now, Mr. Perfect. Even you would not want to get in this man's way. Here comes Crush.
You know, when I was growing up, my mom used to always tell me, Crush, mind your manners.
Wait a minute. Put your napkin on. That's a good boy. Now you want to be big and strong, so pour yourself a tall glass of milk. That's right.
But now I'm full grown. So Mountie, Repo Man, Skinner, Sid Justice, who's gonna make me mind my manners now?
How about that crush on Mr. Perfect?
Pretty impressive, McMahon. Pretty impressive.
Listen to Sherry now.
I love this, McMahon. This is my favorite part of the show. It's really nice to sit here for a change and watch a great athlete at work, McMahon. This Shawn Michael is great.
Oh, I thought you were talking about our ring announcer, Howard Finkel.
Give me a break.
Sensational Sherry doing the vocals on this rendition.
Just one of her many talents.
I'm sure that the hitman Bret Hart would have no problem assisting Shawn Michaels in removing his earrings. Oh, please. She's in love.
What a matchup that would be, McMahon. Shawn Michaels against Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah.
I got to go with Shawn Michaels on that for the simple reason Shawn Michaels is the wrestler of the 90s. Look at this. He's a lean, mean wrestling machine. He's got everything down pat, all the moves. He knows how to push all the right buttons. I think he's too much for the Hitman.
Some would agree with that. Look at those sharp lefts and hard rights there by Shawn Michaels. Anderson now for the ride. No, out in front. Nice reversal. Moving in. A little too late. Right up. Look at that maneuver.
Nice.
Wow. Earlier on, we had an occasion to speak with the reigning Intercontinental Champion, the Hitman Bret Hart, who took a little exception to some remarks last week.
Hey, Shawn Michaels, I heard what you said last week, so you want to polish up my belt. First of all, you got to beat me. And second of all, I'd never let someone like you tarnish this belt.
Will somebody buy that guy a hairbrush? What a grease ball.
Sensational Sherry distracting Anderson. And, of course, from behind, Shawn Michaels attacking from the outside earlier on. Shawn Michaels now. Watch this maneuver. Ooh, wow.
What confidence, huh, McMahon? I really like this guy.
Confidence, that's arrogance.
That's confidence. You wouldn't know the difference anyways.
Oh, my goodness. He dumped him right on his head.
We'll see you get up from that, Hitman.
Sensational Sherry, the manager of Shawn Michaels. Yes, as she is called into the ring now. Sensational Sherry is in love. Oh, give me a break.
I like this guy.
So does she. Well, there you have the cover of the WBF magazine. Will be available in newsstands all over the world this coming Tuesday. The 5 top finishers in last year's WBF championship on the cover. On the inside, the article, Compound versus Isolation. How to get the most out of every training session.
Well, who would know more about the perfect training session except for Mr. Perfect? You got to go with the Compound, McMahon.
Yeah, probably so. Let's go to the event center.
From cover to cover, each page of WBF Bodybuilding Lifestyles magazine shows you the latest in the world of bodybuilding and all-around fitness. But right now, let's get the latest in the World Wrestling Federation from one of the best-conditioned athletes ever to step into the ring in the WWF, the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich.
When I came to the World Wrestling Federation, I knew that the challenges would be the toughest in the world. I knew that I'd have to fight the very best in the world. But you know, I fight for other reasons other than money. A lot of people fight for titles, like the Intercontinental title, like the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Champion. They fight for money. They fight for glory. They fight for all the things that belt shouldn't stand for. But that belt stands for pride and honor. And it stands for what the Von Erich family and Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado, believes in. And that's hard work, guts, and going fist and fire for something you believe in. Dreams are what I'm made of.
The Texas Tornado's ability to always turn a negative into a positive has certainly brought the native of Denton, Texas, great success here in the WWF. In tag team action, any duo that has dared to meet the Nasty Boys head-on has met with negative results.
Who is the meanest and the baddest and the nastiest team in the World Wrestling Federation?
Nasty Boys! And we got a problem. Not only are the Nasty Boys blazing up that ladder back to the top, but every tag team is waiting for one thing and one thing only. A chance to go to the Nasty Boys pit stop. Let me tell you something, Zag. Let me tell you something, Jimmy. And all you geeks out there, listen up and listen good. Everybody we go against are gonna be victims because we got a quest and it's the gold and it's looking nasty.
Knobbs and Sag's behavior both in and out of the ring has earned the duo one of the most vicious reputations in the tag team ranks. And no doubt the Nasty Boys are enjoying their infamous notoriety here in the World Wrestling Federation as they continue to terrorize the opposition. We'll be back after this.
We are back with more WWF action, and look who is front and center, folks.
Coming down the aisle from South Carolina, weighing 310 pounds,
Look at the jaw on that guy. There's somebody who can take it on the chin, McMahon.
Oh, you're a riot this week.
Does the word dork mean anything to you, McMahon? Nerd, dork, do them words mean anything to you?
Should they?
I mean, come on, look at the hairdo, McMahon.
There's nothing wrong with Sargent's hairdo.
I'm talking about yours.
Mine?
You don't actually leave the house in the morning with your hair like that thinking that's cool, do you? That's cool.
Sergeant Slaughter ready to lock up with the Brooklyn Brawler. Two veterans in there. Brawler right away. Hammering to the facial area. Has a Sarge in the corner. Brooklyn Brawler will waste no time on the offensive. To the ropes, off and whoa, missing with the right hand. Nice clothesline with the left. Sergeant Slaughter ramming the elbow. Oh, with a hard right hand there by the Sarge. You want to mix it up in a roughhouse fashion, you're probably mixing it up with the wrong guy. Look at that.
Well, look
Sarge
at that.
coming back.
Holy smokes, a leapfrog by Sergeant Slaughter.
A leapfrog by whom?
Sergeant Slaughter.
What match are you watching? We spoke with the Sarge earlier on.
Mommy, you're telling everybody you're an international hero. Will you get in the ring with Sergeant Slaughter? Not only will Sergeant Slaughter get his man, but you'll be an international disgrace. You'll be an international maggot.
No, I've never heard of an international maggot before. Oh, look at Brooklyn Brawler. My goodness. Knee after knee to the midsection. That's one way to soften someone up. That's another way.
You got to give it to Slaughter. This guy knows all the moves, McMahon.
And imagine if those moves are put on the Mountie.
Well, the only way out of it for the Mountie would be the shock stick.
Elbow downstairs. By the way, speaking of a way out, apparently the convict has found his way out. He's going to be out in a couple of weeks. And there you see the Cobra clutch being applied on the Brooklyn Brawler. Combination, submission, and sleeper hold, and down goes the Brawler.
That is a deadly hold.
Sergeant Slaughter with his Cobra core on the outside.
But the Mountie's the one who always gets his man.
I don't know that the Mountie would agree with that. Look at that jaw. Who would not want to take orders from that man? Look at this.
A little bit of a low blow there.
It was not. There you see the cover of the Coliseum Home Video's presentation of WrestleMania 8. Now available in video stores
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest this week,
is none other than Sid Justice.
Oh my goodness. Thumbs down, but yet everyone standing in awe of this monster of a man.
Awesome, McMahon. Awesome is the word.
I would say maniacal is more like it.
Thanks to your double teaming tactics and...
It seems like it was just last week when that goofy warrior was sitting right out here with those stupid brats.
These are my warriors. From these
and he was telling us to be a leader, you must have friends. Well, I need no friends, warrior. I need no friends because I am the man in the World Wrestling Federation that everyone fears. Now, you came down at WrestleMania and you put your nose in my business. You tried to save Hulk Hogan, but you couldn't do it. I saw to it at WrestleMania that was his last match. That was the end of Hulkamania.
Thank you.
So, my question to you, warrior, who is going to save you from Sid Justice? I was the man that gave Hulk Hogan his last match, and I will be the man that sees that you only have one match to go. I will be the man that sees to your last match because I'm Sid Justice. And Sid Justice rules this world.
Wow. That remains to be seen, but what a matchup that will be. Sid Justice squaring off against the Ultimate Warrior.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have just been informed that Shawn Michaels has left the building.
What does that mean?
The following tag team
Well, you don't want 100,000 people hanging around the back door trying to see Shawn Michaels. He has to leave early.
Of 533
As if anyone
pounds,
really cares whether or not Shawn Michaels has left the building.
Of course they care, McMahon. That's why they make the announcement. What's wrong with you?
Things are rumbling around
Their
here.
opponent at a total combined
Yeah, things are starting to shake, all right.
52 pounds, Earthquake, Typhoon, the natural disaster.
The big dummies of the World Wrestling Federation.
You want to say that to their face?
Sure, I'm not afraid of saying that to their face.
These are monsters.
Jimmy Hart proved it for a couple of big dummies.
Oh, come on. Earthquake and Typhoon to challenge the reigning tag team title holders, DiBiase and IRS. Managed, of course, by Jimmy Hart, former manager of the Natural Disasters, until they dumped him. Oh, my. Carlson down to the canvas, one big forearm. Look at this. Unbelievable power. Awesome strength possessed by Earthquake and Typhoon. They are big men, and they know how to shove their weight around.
Sure they do, McMahon. They got all the agility in the world, too, but they're just dummies.
Whoa! Earthquake now with Carlson. What's he going to do? Watch this move. Nice suplex. belly-to-belly style.
I don't see the guy getting up from that.
Well, I don't think he's going to.
No.
Time for a little nighty-night. Uh-oh. Oh, my, forget it. Imagine that elbow landing in the back of either DiBiase or IRS.
Not a chance.
Whom we had an occasion to speak to a little bit earlier on.
Disasters, eat your heart out, baby!
You're crying over spilled milk. We went into WrestleMania with the belts. We said we'd come out with them. Look where they are. What else can I say?
Need he say any more?
Money, 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 baby!
Oh, boy. Doesn't take much to fool these two spoonheads, does
wait
it?
just a minute. Who won the match at WrestleMania? Look out! Whoa!
Who's got the belts, McMahon?
Look out again! Double freight train coming at you. Tom Stone coming in from behind. And uh-oh. Now Stone and Carlson having some real problems. Look out. Here comes more. Earthquake and Typhoon having some fun in there this week.
Yeah, well, they're not going to be able to get IRS and Ted DiBiase in that situation. They're too smart for these dummies.
Oh, come on. It's only a matter of time, I believe, before the Natural Disasters are wearing the Tag Team Championship. And after the Power Slam, where do you go from there?
I think they better scrape this guy up.
Well, not yet. There's bound to be an earthquake somewhere around the world, and the epicenter is going to be right about there. And sometimes after an earthquake comes a tidal wave. Forget about it. The Natural Disasters rumbling on to yet another victory with its capacity crowd. And DiBiase and IRS must be a little leery of coughing up the Tag Team Championship to this pair.
The fact that Irwin R. Shyster, better known as IRS, and the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase have been able to stay in possession of the tag team belts has only increased the Natural Disasters' desire to make a large withdrawal from Money Incorporated. In singles action, all that Skinner wants to extract from his opponents is their will to fight. Let's get more from the superstar from the Everglades.
You know, ever since I came to the WWF, I've been having to prove myself to everybody. Not only to all of my opponents, but to all those people all over the world, everywhere I've been. Skinner's mean. He's bad. He'll bite you. He'll break the rules. He'll do anything he can to win a match. Well, I'm proving myself slowly but surely. I was underestimated. Everybody said, how can a guy from the Everglades ever stand up to superstars with muscles all over him? It's simple, because I'm hungry and I'm mean and I'm gonna beat everyone that gets in my way.
The only thing that is more disgusting than Skinner's personal habits is his contempt for human life. Unlike the superstar from the Everglades, the full-blooded Lumbee Indian Tatanka celebrates life every day as he continues his quest to reach the top.
I want to thank all the great spirits above and great chiefs of past, present, and future for the quick rising of Tatanka's success in the World Wrestling Federation. I also want to thank all the WWF fans for all the great support that you show me in the arena with the posters, the letters, and all my Indians screaming in the arenas. I love it. I want to thank you. Because Tatanka's goal is to rise to the top of the WWF and make my people proud once again. Keep following Tatanka. Keep supporting me because I'm training and working hard to rise to the top of the WWF.
Tatanka's fighting spirit has been passed down through the ages from generation to generation. And Tatanka is determined to capture the World Wrestling Federation Championship in an effort to make all Native Americans proud. Stay tuned, there's more after this.
Without further word on the Undertaker Berserker
incident that occurred moments ago. But right now, let's take you to pre-recorded comments to the two individuals that will face off next week on WWF Superstars. Here is Skinner, who will square off against the Ultimate Warrior.
Warrior! Warrior! Everybody's scared of the Ultimate Warrior. Warrior, right here next week, I'm gonna beat your brains out. You're gonna find out why I'm not scared of nobody.
For those that have forgotten about the power of the Ultimate Warrior and what I represent, let all swamp creatures that run with you, Skinner, keep one thing in mind. I have walked in darker places, and I have felt nastier things than the taste of the chewing tobacco you keep in your mouth. Next week, you shall fall like the others before to the power of the Ultimate Warrior!
We'll have that matchup, plus a special interview with the reigning World Wrestling Federation champion, the Macho Man Randy Savage. All of that next week, in addition to a further update on the Undertaker Berserker incident. This week, just in time for Dairy Month, it's WWF Superstars! Welcome everyone, I'm Vince McMahon, and joining me now is a man who definitely proves that it's not always the cream that rises to the top, Mr. Perfect.
Hey, don't skim over last week, McMahon. Let's talk about how that evil goo dripped uncontrollably down the face of the Warrior. Let's laugh about how he begged and pleaded for help from all the little Warriors. Little Warriors, give me a break. Haven't we milked that one enough? All the dorks at home can speculate till the cows come home. But the simple truth is, once Papa Shango puts the curse on you, all the calcium in the world can't keep your bones from turning to dust. He's no milkman, he's an Iceman. And if you're the Ultimate Warrior, things are looking real sour about now. Now that's utter destruction. Joining us in tag team action this week will be Animal and Hawk, the Legion of Doom. In addition to which, we'll see in action Papa Shango, as well as the Big Boss Man and the natural disasters, Earthquake and Typhoon. It's always a rush when these three gentlemen come to town. Paul Ellering along with Hawk and Animal. There's a couple little doomers out about ringside. Big poster there of L-O-D. LOS make that, McMahon.
Oh, come on now.
Legion of Sissies.
So the Beverly Brothers would have you believe. Animal starting things off here with Kato. Animal missing with a roundhouse right. Raking the eyes by Kato, trying to slow the big man down. Series of chops will have no effect on the big man.
Well, look at the size of the chest on this guy.
He's thick. Uh-oh. Cutting him off to the punch there, beating him. Oh, nice reversal. Kato off the rope, leapfrog, and power slam. Emphasize the word power. Speaking of which, Paul Ellering recently indicated that one of the ways in which LOD gets their power is through IcoPro, Integrated Conditioning Program, a supplementation that I'm sure we'll be hearing a great deal of in the near future. Uh-oh, from behind. Kato! Hauled back into the ring the hard way. Awaiting Kato is Hawk. Hawk with a head of steam, and Kato jumped down and look out! Ooh, my goodness. The Beverly Brothers have to be impressed with LOD. We spoke with them earlier on.
Animal and Hawk, we know why you wear the shoulder pads, the makeup, and the stupid haircuts. Because you're just two big sissies.
And that goes for you too, Ellering.
Oh, McMahon. Why would the Beverly Brothers want to raise the ire of LOD?
I don't know, McMahon, but you're talking about thickness between the ears of the LOD. The Beverly Brothers will just outsmart these two guys.
Rich Mitchell is about ready to go for a ride. It may not be a good one. Hawk from the top rope. Whoa, my.
Ditch Mitch, that's what his name is.
And the cover. 1, 2, and lights out at 3. As always, a rush with LOD. Legion of Doom headed to the Personal Fitness Expo, a part of a whole World Bodybuilding Federation weekend extravaganza.
You make fun of us as the last time you make fun of anybody.
Let's go to the update.
From inside the pages of the WWF magazine, here's Update. Hi again, everyone. Update brought to you by the WBF magazine. Available on newsstands everywhere this Tuesday. It's where you can find out more about the World Bodybuilding Federation Championships, now just a couple of short weeks away. Now then, over the years, I have seen just about every maneuver the superstars in the World Wrestling Federation can pull off. But there is one move, a hold, the hold that Papa Shango has over the Ultimate Warrior that is far and away the most devastating thing I have ever seen. And it all began with a very pointed pox, the curse, if you will, by Papa Shango.
The living will fall. The dead will rise. Papa Shango will reign over the Warriors' demise.
Disturbing to say the least. However, the very next week, the Warrior looked spectacular in defeating Nasty Boy Brian Knobbs. But immediately after that match, to the surprise of everyone, this occurred.
Shango. Look at it, going into some sort of trance, almost in some sort of convulsion. Look at Shango. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. A skull smoking. A warrior with all the power of his warriors all over the world, embodied in that man. Papa Shango. Oh, wait a minute. Warrior himself is having pot down.
Hey, the
Warrior's off the apron.
Knobbs had a match with him, McMahon, but that has nothing to do with it. This is the curse of Papa Shango. This is the taking of the wristband. This is the curse that he applied to the Ultimate Warrior. He's down on the mat, holding his stomach.
A number of individuals have come over to help the Warrior out here. Certainly hope it's not appendicitis or something.
No, he put a curse on him, McMahon. Look at him. He took the wristband.
The curse certainly had no effect on the performance of the Ultimate Warrior, or at least it didn't seem as though it did during the course of the matchup, but I don't know whether or not this is a curse from Shango or whether or not this is just an unfortunate coincidence.
Well, take a look at Papa Shango's face. He's in a trance. He's in another world, and the curse is affecting the Ultimate Warrior.
Gut-wrenching pain overwhelming the Ultimate Warrior. But was this the curse of Papa Shango, or was it simply an acute case of severe abdominal distress? Well, moments later, back in the locker room area, it became painfully clear something ominous was up. But I must warn you, what you are about to see is not for the faint of heart.
We're back in the Ultimate Warrior's dressing room, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, he is suffering severe abdominal pain. The attending physician there to help him out, along with a number of his friends. The Ultimate Warrior
Well, unfortunately, let's go back out to ringside. This is unfortunate.
It's okay, it's okay.
Absolutely unbelievable. But still, there were those who refused to give credit to Papa Shango's curse. Perhaps the warrior had a virus. Maybe he was a little under the weather. Maybe he just had something. Well, the following week, as I saw with my very own eyes, just the opposite was true. Something had the ultimate warrior.
But I stand here to tell you that these warriors believe that the voodoo you possess is nothing but another challenge that must be stopped. A challenge that must be conquered. A challenge we will survive.
Wait a minute, what's that? What is it? What's that?
What is that, McMahon? Where did that come from?
What's going on?
God, what is that?
You know, it just doesn't seem fair that a guy like the ultimate warrior, who leaves the entire world spellbound, would fall under the spell of someone like Papa Shango. But I was standing there right next to him. I was there. By the way, Papa Shango is up next. And considering what we've seen so far from this voodoo sorcerer, I can say that I, for one, am not looking forward to it.
This contest is
Well, we're just about ready to see, ladies and gentlemen, the individual that allegedly is responsible for all of the activity we saw in the update. And no, it's not Brian Brigger. It's this.
Never seen anything like this. It's still leaking out.
Papa Shango striking sheer terror in the hearts of this capacity crowd as the lights went out just a moment ago.
There's that look, McMahon.
What's that? Goo. What is that? What else can we expect from Papa Shango? It just boggles the mind to think that this man has those kind of powers. You have no idea what to think.
Hey, McMahon, the lights went out in the building. The next thing we see is a guy's feet on fire. I'm out of here, McMahon. I don't want nothing to do with this guy.
That makes two of us. Let's go to the event center.
While Papa Shango shows little regard for the laws that govern the WWF, I want to remind all you kids that playing with fire or attempting the moves used by the superstars can be extremely dangerous. Remember to play it safe. These days, stepping into the squared circle can be very unsafe for any opponent of Tatanka.
I came to the WWF to represent my people, to be fair and competitive in the ring. But Rick Martel, you would not let me do that. You sprayed arrogance in my eyes, but that's okay. I overcame that. But then you mocked my people by taking a great symbol of my heritage, the eagle feathers that were handed down to me by my great-grandfathers. But now you're taking the eagle feathers and you're wearing them in your hat. You're mocking me even more, mocking my heritage even more. Well, Rick Martel, have your fun now, because when we meet in the squared circle, the fun will end, and I am going to take back what is rightfully mine.
The model may have made a grave error by taking the sacred eagle feathers that have been handed down through the ages. Tatanka claims he will not rest until retribution is served. Elsewhere in singles action, Repo Man continues to serve his opponents one defeat after another.
There you are. You know, sometimes the Repo Man's job is never done. And you know, it's hard. Because sometimes you go to these homes and people don't want you to repossess their cars. So I go out at midnight tiptoeing through. I steal them. But it's legal because they owe me. And you know, it kind of brings me back to a guy by the name of the British Bulldog. Because you are the one that I own too. You know what I'm saying? Because what's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine too. And just remember, if you bark too long, I put the leash on and choke ya!
Sooner or later, Repo Man is going to cross the wrong superstar. And when that happens, he may be the one who ends up left hanging. Hang in there. We'll be back with more action right after these messages.
You know, I thought we saw things last week that were unbelievable, but Papa Shango, this capacity crowd is I believe, in awe of the powers of Papa Shango.
They're stunned, McMahon. Like I am, I'm stunned.
Here comes a man who was stunned not long ago, but he was stunned in a different way.
And talk about having the lights put out, McMahon. That's exactly what happened to this man when the Mountie hit him with the shock stick.
Yeah, well, what's going to happen when it's one-on-one with Sergeant Slaughter and the Mountie? You recall when the Mountie nailed him, it was a match Sergeant Slaughter was having with Ric Flair.
Yeah, I remember it very well.
I'm sure you remember it very well.
You know why he's wearing that hat, don't you?
Why is that?
Because his hair is still standing on end from that shock.
I'm not too sure that one recovers completely ever from a shock of that nature. Nonetheless, Sergeant Slaughter, undaunted, will not certainly surrender to the antics of the Mountie. That should be an outstanding matchup.
See, look at the hair, McMahon, standing straight up still.
Yeah, right.
Can't even mat it down.
Sergeant Slaughter on his way to lock up now with Bob Bradley on his way as well, as we made mention earlier, to the Personal Fitness Expo, which is a part of the entire weekend of the World Bodybuilding Federation Championship. Sarge, as a matter of fact, will be on the Sunday, the day after the WBF Championship, likewise held in Long Beach, in the Personal Fitness Expo, an exposition of the newest and hottest trends in sports and fitness clothing, training tips, the latest in equipment, and the latest in nutritional products and supplementation as well, including IcoPro, which we mentioned earlier on during the match with LOD. Sarge off the rope and ring time. Sergeant Slaughter, not just a big brawler in there, but in his own right, an excellent tactician.
Oh yeah, I'll hand it to you, he is. He's an excellent tactician, McMahon.
Easy for you to say. Nonetheless, Sarge drops the elbow. He'll mix it up with the roughest of them. And indeed, we spoke with one of the rough ones, the Mountie.
Slaughter, are you ready to surrender?
Slaughter, 80,000 volts gives me all the power. Slaughter, you will surrender.
You heard it, McMahon, 80,000 volts. He's right, that would give any man the power.
I don't know how many volts are in that shock stick. Nonetheless, I do know that if in fact the Mountie ever uses that shock stick again on anyone, WWF President Jack Tunney will in fact take punitive action, and I'm sure it'll be severe punitive action against the Mountie.
I'd like to see him use that shock stick on Jack Tunney.
I can't believe you would say something like that. Yet then again, yes, I can, coming from you.
Look at the hair.
Sergeant Slaughter, victorious!
The World Bodybuilding Federation shoots off the big cannons for the WBF Championship live June 13 exclusively on pay-per-view. Gary Stridham defends the WBF Championship in a battle of the bulging biceps. On the front line are the Iron Warrior Mike Christian, the flexing Dutchman Barry DeMay, plus a whole rack of U.S. grade A tested prime beef. Call your local cable system now for front row seats to the greatest bodybuilding event in history.
Well, we're just 2 weeks away from the World Bodybuilding Federation Championship. Just 2 weeks away when Bobby Heenan presents Lex Luger, who will be the guest poser. You judge for yourself whether or not when you watch on pay-per-view all over the country, whether or not Lex Luger belongs on the same stage as the other World Bodybuilding Federation superstar.
Hey, McMahon, they don't call him the total package. just because he's an ordinary guy. You wait till you see this guy, then you'll know why he's the total package.
I mean, you're going to see on pay-per-view the most extraordinary physiques in the world, all battling it out, all competing to be the WBF champion. The championship itself setting the standard for drug-free competition. Will it be Gary Stridham repeating as champion, or will it in fact be a newcomer? Who knows? But it won't be Lex Luger.
Well, he'll be the guest poser, McMahon.
Yeah, and sure, and he's going to put everybody to shame, right?
Yeah, you've been reading my mail?
Not hardly. The model, Rick Martel, with a great physique in his own right. We had an occasion to speak with him earlier on. Here's what he had to say.
Buffalo Breath of Tonka, you just keep crying and whining, because if you want to dance with this wolf, the warpath that you travel now will soon become a trail of tears.
You gotta love that, McMahon. Buffalo Breath. What a smart thing to say.
Yeah, look at that maneuver. Oh, that's even a better one by Jimmy Powers. And another one. Martel having his problems with Jim Powers, and they're not likely to have even bigger ones with Tatanka. Tatanka thus far undefeated in the WWF. And I believe Martel is going to pay a price, a dear price.
No, he's not. He's going to clean up that Indians act. He's going to get rid of that stench that follows him around. He's going to spray him with some arrogance and show him what arrogance is all about.
I think he already knows what arrogance is all about. Remember what happened in the eyes? 1, 2, and 3. No, almost. I couldn't believe Martel. You claimed that was some sort of accident, Martel spraying Tatanka in the eyes?
Yeah, I told you what happened. Somebody opened the back door in the arena, and the big breeze came up, and it blew right into his eyes.
Yeah, right. A fashion motto. Matter of fact, Martel claims the latest in fashion from Paris are eagle feathers. That's some sort of a joke by Martel.
Let's see Buffalo Breath get out of that one.
Yeah, I'd like to see those feathers worn by Martel crammed down his throat.
Yep, get the stench off him. Good job.
Yeah, it's stench, all right. That's the smell of arrogance. Oh, come on, look at this.
What a touch of class this guy has. Look at that.
Oh, the hat tilted just so.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, sure. Standing by, Sean Mooney.
Model Rick Martel continues to use the feathers of Tatanka's ancestors to fan the flames of the fire he has ignited with a full-blooded Lumbee Indian. In tag team competition, no duo has made it hotter or more uncomfortable in the ring for their opponents than the Nasty Boys, Knobs and Sags. They're standing by with their manager, Jimmy Hart.
The Nasty Boys, baby, they walk the walk and they can back up that talk.
You got it, Jimmy, and I'll tell you something. High flying rocket, high flying big bird. That stuff don't cut it in Nastyville. All that high flying, that quickness don't cut it fighting on the streets. We're nasty, and that's the way we're always gonna be. And you're going to Nastyville, and I don't think you're coming back. Hey! All you people out there know where the Nasty Boys are coming from, baby. We've been the World Wrestling Federation champions already, and we will be them again. Let me tell all you geeks, and especially you, High Energy, we're coming at you with everything we got.
Considering the great success High Energy has found since their arrival in tag team competition, the Nasty Boys are going to need their entire arsenal if they plan to walk away victorious. In singles competition, few opponents ever get the chance to walk away from The Undertaker.
Many of the top stars of the World Wrestling Federation have tried to put an end to my Undertaker, but they've all failed. Now, Mr. Fuji and Berserker, you have tried and you have failed and you will pay.
Your futile attempt at putting an end to the Undertaker must now be punished. Your actions must be dealt with in the most hideous, vicious way I know. Rest in hell.
It appears that The Undertaker is rather upset with the Wild Berserker. And it is clear that as far as the advanced man for the Grim Reaper is concerned, if you live by the sword, you will die by the sword. The action continues right after this.
Now that's a crunch, or I should say a crunch classic. Coliseum Home Video presenting the Crunch Classic, available at video stores everywhere. Hosted by Rowdy Roddy Piper. And here comes one of the reasons that video is known as a Crunch Classic. Oh yeah!
The two big dummies of the WWF.
What you might want to say is the next tag team champions, the Natural Disaster.
I disagree with you, McMahon. They're not smart enough to take the belts from IRS and DiBiase with Jimmy Hart at the helm.
Jimmy Hart. Please, Jimmy Hart is the former manager of the Natural Disasters. You will recall the Natural Disasters dumped Mr. Hart.
No, he outsmarted the Natural Disasters.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but right now it looks like that the Natural Disasters are pretty much having their way with Mike Fury and Dwayne Gill. Oh my goodness. And a little double teaming effort going on here by the Natural Disasters. My goodness. Standing by now, IRS and Ted DiBiase, Money Inc.
Natural Disasters, I hope you've learned your lesson. Don't interfere in our business.
And now you found out that Money Incorporated is so powerful, we can handle any natural disaster.
I love that laugh, McMahon.
Yeah, you know you would. I don't think anyone's going to be laughing, however, after the earthquake, and for that matter, typhoon, puts a natural disaster on one of the two members of Money Inc.
Remember, McMahon, you've got to get them in position to use one of those disasters. And Money Incorporated is just too smart for these guys.
I doubt that very seriously. Nonetheless, it is a contrast of styles for sure, with the technical skills and the aggressive tactics of Money Inc. as compared to the awesome power of the Natural Disasters.
Well, I'll agree with you, McMahon. They have awesome power and they have awesome strength, but they have no brain power.
Well, let's just say I would agree with you on this one count. They're not quite perfect. Boom.
But then again, nobody is except for Mr. Perfect.
Of course. Oh. Looks like Mr. Fury's having some problems determining his whereabouts.
After a kick to the head like that, can't blame the guy.
Fury in the corner. Likely to stay there. No, wait a minute. I think he's going to go for a ride. Indeed. Tag is made. And Earthquake tagged in. Look out, comes Typhoon. And then from there, the Earthquake. What is going on here? Dwayne Gill coming in to help out his partner. He's going to get more of the same. Double team effort. Oh, my goodness. Forget about it.
Yeah, McMahon, I got to agree with you. These two guys are awesome.
Yeah. And look out here, because Earthquake is going to get ahead of steam down to the canvas. Oh, you can feel the tremors.
I can feel that where I'm sitting way up here.
Off the rope and down. Oh, my. And then from there, after the quake, comes the title win. It's over. That could very well be the result of what happens when the Natural Disasters lock up with IRS and Ted DiBiase, much to the chagrin of Jimmy Hart. Back to the replay.
Well, here you see it, McMahon. That guy weighs 275 pounds. Earthquake slams him down to the mat, and then the Typhoon drops down.
Oh. And we'll be back as we continue with the Big Boss Man. We're back with more WWF action. And in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see the contingent from Cobb County, Georgia. The contingent, no doubt, who will have to face whomever it is That's after him.
Well, we heard the voice last week, McMahon. The guy is definitely out.
337 pounds, the Big Boss
Hard time is the name of the game. And it appears as though whomever it is that's after the boss man served a little hard time and apparently did not like his treatment serving hard time.
Maybe he served a little bit harder time than he was supposed to at the hands of the boss man.
I just don't believe the big boss man is that kind of a person.
Oh, I do.
He is a former prison guard from Cobb County, Georgia. That much is in fact true. My goodness, what an uppercut. I don't believe he's the kind of individual who would abuse authority.
Oh, he'd only abuse it if you were on the other side of the fence and you couldn't get at him. I know the boss man.
Boss man appears to be a little tentative. See him looking off there to the right. Even against his opponent here, Dave Roulette. Yeah, he's looking off.
He's looking around.
He is.
He's scared. He knows he's done somebody wrong.
Well, he knows someone's after him. He doesn't know whom this may be. But he no doubt is a bit skittish these days, and justifiably so.
Well,
if you know who's facing you, it's one thing. If you don't know who they are, then not. No one is helping the big boss man. You're afraid of this man. Oh, no.
He must have really done this man wrong, McMahon.
Whoever this man is jamming the boss man, jamming that nightstick into the guts of the boss man.
For weeks we've been hearing that he was getting out. Now he's out. Now we find out.
Look at this. The boss man is helpless. He's absolutely helpless.
What is this now?
That's a key.
He has his own key to the handcuffs, McMahon.
This is disgusting. The boss man, no matter what, does not deserve this. This is absolutely disgusting. We've been hearing not for weeks, but we've been hearing for months about this man getting out, about this man seeking revenge, no matter what. Look at the look on his face.
How do you know
face.
the boss man doesn't deserve this, McMahon? You don't know how he treated this man. I know for sure boss man's leg's got to be broken. I heard it snap, McMahon.
Look at this. Look at this. Someone's got to help the boss man. Someone's got to get down there and help him.
Oh my gosh. Look at his face, McMahon. You tell me this guy hasn't been penned up for a while. He's happy to be out. Oh my gosh.
He's helpless.
Oh, there goes the ribs.
The boss man is unconscious. Oh, no.
Boss man's gonna be black and blue everywhere.
No one deserves a beating like this. No one deserves a beating like this.
Unless he got beaten like that himself, McMahon.
Even dead.
Don't you know what revenge is, McMahon?
It doesn't matter. No one deserves it. And if that man spent time in a big house, you can bet he deserved it. No one deserves this. I don't care what you say. Finally, some officials are coming down to try and persuade this man to get out of the ring.
They're not going to go near this guy, McMahon. Look at the look on this guy's face.
The boss man is unconscious. This capacity crowd can't believe what they have just witnessed. They've just witnessed the most severe beating in WWF history.
How's it feel, boss man?
Look at the boss man is quivering.
Somebody's got to get him out of there. No one will come close to him. Somebody has to get him out.
902-714. That's the number.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Kick him in the face while you're there, too.
Whoever this is, he just has no respect for authority. He has no respect at all for anyone around ringside, and he certainly has no respect for the Big Boss Man.
Maybe he was in for a crime that he never did, and the Big Boss Man, look at that!
The most severe beating the Big Boss Man has ever taken. He's going to require a lot of medical attention. And look at this going out in the crowd, walking right up there.
Nobody's going to mess with this guy.
Look how big he is. He's a monster. And look at the result.
Look at, they broke the handcuffs right off the Boss Man.
Attendants arriving here. Finally, we're going to get some help for the Boss Man.
Did you hear that stick hit his leg, McMahon? I have never heard that had to be a bone crack in the Boss Man's leg.
What about jamming into his ribs? Did you see that?
And the punch to the ribs. Boss Man's black and bluer than the shirt he's wearing. And the slaps to the head.
And attacking this man with his own nightstick. Handcuffing him helplessly with his hands behind his back. What kind of a beast was that man? What kind of an animal is he?
He's a kind of an animal that was caged up in the big house, and the Boss Man treated him like garbage. And in return, Boss Man, look at you now! Look at you now, you piece of garbage! You got what you deserve!
That's a lie! That's a complete lie! No one deserves that! I don't care what the circumstances are! No one deserves the kind of beating that the Big Boss Man just got. Nobody! That's a disgrace to the WWF, and a disgrace to whomever it was. We're back, and I still can't get over what is unquestionably the worst drubbing, the worst beating we have ever seen anyone in the WWF take. I can't believe the Big Boss Man was absolutely annihilated like that.
Big Boss Man represents law and order in the World Wrestling Federation. Well, you better think twice now, Boss Man, because there's a new sheriff in town, and this guy doesn't care about anything.
Oh, that's pretty obvious. He certainly doesn't care about authority. He doesn't care about anyone. Did you see him, the way he walked through the fans, even before he did the damage, and then walking back through them after he did the damage, almost daring someone to come close to him.
I'm sure Bobby Heenan will be taking a good close look at this guy. That goes for all the managers who will probably be looking for this guy.
Looking for him for what? What he did, what we just saw him do, certainly has no place in the WWF.
Former inmate McMahon, the beating he just gave the Boss Man is legal. There's nothing nobody can do about it.
Unfortunately, I would suspect that the Big Boss Man is going to be out of action for a long time.
Oh, I heard that stick hit his leg. I guarantee you he snapped that knee joint.
What about jamming into the midsection and pulling on the throat like that with that billy club?
And kicking him in the ribs. Oh, it was great.
How humiliating.
There's one more.
Humiliating. The Boss Man with his hands cuffed behind his back like that. That was unquestionably the most humiliating thing that's ever happened to the Boss Man.
Well, this former inmate obviously knows what he's doing. Maybe he was in that position at one time in his life. So, Boss Man, how does it feel? You know something else, McMahon, I'd like to see, since we're looking at the Berserker, I'd like to see him finish off that Undertaker with the sword and get rid of him as well.
What is the matter with you?
I'm on a roll.
Yeah, you're on a roll, all right. What is the matter with you? I mean, what happened to scientific wrestling? What happened to the science of wrestling in general that we all enjoy? What you're talking about is complete mayhem.
Yeah, mayhem is the word, McMahon, and that's what it's turning into. Because you look at the Berserker, you look at this former inmate, I'm telling you, the WWF, Papa Shango, everything that's going on.
I'll tell you what's going on. Complete mayhem. All right, let's take you now to Crush.
When your name is Crush, and you eat guys like the Mountie or the Model for lunch, what do you have for breakfast? Simple, a short stack.
Well, since stepping into the ring here in the World Wrestling Federation, Crush has indeed made meals of his opponents. Considering his incredible size and power, he is definitely going to be a major force in singles competition. One superstar who would welcome the opportunity to recruit Crush for combat is Sergeant Slaughter.
Attention! I'm not the Mountie, no! I'm Sergeant Slaughter. And Mountie, you have done something to Sergeant Slaughter that no man has ever done. You knocked me out. You crippled me for 1 lousy hour. You've done something that you never should have done. You should have got the job done and took me out completely. You should have been playing taps for Sergeant Slaughter. But Mountie, I hear you come out here laughing and you like 3 things. Well, there's 3 things I like. When I get you in the Cobra clutch, I like the sound of snap, crackle, and pop.
Becoming an enemy of Sergeant Slaughter can be one of the worst situations to endure here in the World Wrestling Federation. Well, that experience can easily be compared to a superstar making the mistake of challenging Bret the Hitman Hart for the Intercontinental Belt.
Excellence of execution. Everybody talks about the excellence of execution, and you know, sometimes it gets hard to live up to being the excellence of execution. In WrestleMania 8, I came this close to getting my bell rung, but as it turns out, I end up walking out of the Hoosier Dome with the World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Belt. I'm back on top, and I'm gonna stay there, and I'm gonna take on anybody, anytime, anywhere. And Shawn Michaels, if you want to be the first one, that's fine. I got a lot of respect for you, and I got a lot of respect for all the wrestlers in the World Wrestling Federation. But you are, in fact, up against the excellence of execution.
Well, time and time again, the Hitman has put the Intercontinental Championship on the line and emerged victorious. When it comes to having all the ingredients for success, no superstar comes any closer than Bret the Hitman Hart. There's more from the WWF right after this.
Soho.
Ruby Soho. Ruby, 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 Ruby Soho. Ruby Nation, Ruby, Ruby Soho. Ruby, 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 Ruby Soho. Ruby Nation, Ruby, Ruby Soho. Ruby, 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 Ruby Soho.
Hey, Gladiators, better get ready. It's 2 scoops time.
I just gotta pull it up to 260%, 500%. That's 900%. That's 1,500%.
We're in the semifinals, and today the 2 Scoops Percentage Express takes on awesome New Jersey Highway Patrolman Mark Muse. For the women, Texas cheerleader April Wheat meets Kimberly Tyler. The question is, how high will the 2 Scoops Percentage go?
Let the games begin, huh?
Along with Lisa Molosky, glad you could join us here at Gladiator Arena, and today we take a giant step towards our championship as our semifinal round begins. Lisa, in the men's competition, all eyes will be riveted on Wesley Berry, but 2 Scoops may need to bring 3 today because he's going to have his hands full with our New Jersey State Trooper, Mark Muse.
You're right, Mike. Wesley, though, has made this competition look oh so easy. He's up to 1,500%, as he terms it, but he has never run into a freight train quite like Mark Muse before, as you mentioned, our state trooper from New Jersey.
All right, we're ready to get started. Our semifinal round begins with men's pyramid. And the icing on this 32-foot-high cake, none other than Laser and Hawk. This event, rough, demanding, it'll expect the very best of Muse and Wesley Berry. 45 seconds the time limit. Don't stop till you get to the top. Wes said one of his strategies was try to throw Laser all the way to the bottom and break away from him, but that time Laser did the throwing. 30 seconds now.
They're locked up again.
And here they go. Whoa, head over heels.
Hawk and Mark also locked up tight.
They have their own battle going on. Mark goes back to the bottom. 10 seconds to go. Wesley has Laser draped all over him. He breaks away, but I don't think he's got enough time nor enough stamina left to outwit Laser. And that's the way it'll end. Both contenders coming close, but not good enough to make it to the top. Could be a long day for both our contenders, the way the Gladiators are performing.
Well, Wesley, you said beforehand that you were going to try to pull Laser down and then make it up, but I think he stumped you, and he also got your shirt.
Yeah, his clothes won't fit him, so he wanted my shirt, so I was trying to take it off and give it to him, but it didn't work that way.
You conquered in this one.
Oh, you bet. You know, 2 Scoops is probably our quickest contender, but you got the quickest Gladiator, so it makes up for it.
Great job, guys.
And Hawk was the equal of Laser. Mark Muse can testify to that.
Face on the mountain, ready to take him down. Woo! And our women are up next. April Wheat of Arlington, Texas versus Kimberly Tyler of Belleville, Ohio. There's April Wheat, 21 years old, 5'1", 115 pounds, a student and cheerleader at the University of Texas, Arlington. And there's Kimberly Tyler, 22 years old, 5'6", 140, an aerospace physiologist with the U.S. Air Force.
And striking a statuesque pose atop our pyramid, our tallest female gladiators, Sky and Jazz. They're ready to pounce. Kim Tyler has positive experiences on her side. She made it up to the pyramid not once but twice in both of her earlier rounds. Jazz giving our human pep pill, little April Wheat, a going over. Kim is on the loose. Kim Tyler trying to get by Sky. And she's done it again. She is 3 for 3.
She is so fast.
10
Once
points.
she makes a move, she's gone.
Still 15 seconds left on the clock, and boing. She's still ticking. She's not going to quit. Down she goes again, running into one of our spotters, but April all right.
I think our spotter might be hurt.
It has typified our contender, April Wheat. She keeps pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and never stops.
April, you were taking a beating up there. Thank goodness you're a gymnast. You were flipping your way down.
They love to throw me around. They just love it.
You managed to stand up and take it again.
Take more of a beating, yeah.
Kimberly, you certainly have figured out how this works. I understand you're afraid to fall. Maybe that's the key.
Yeah, you're right. I'm afraid to fall for fear I'm going to hurt some part of my body. So I hang on and I try and stay away from the Gladiators, and it seemed to work for me today.
Great job, gals. Congratulations.
Of course, all of our contenders vying to become the grand champion, and they'll take home that American Gladiator crystal. We're in the semifinals. Either April or Kim will advance to the first half finals 2 weeks from now. Ditto for Wesley Berry and Mark Muse. And those two men are ready for our second event, the rugged, demanding affair we call Whiplash. A look at Wesley Two Scoops Berry as he is trying to get a great grip on this double triangle, the dog bone. He draws Tower. Look for Wesley to charge Tower and then spin off right there. It didn't work. Tower too strong, and he rips that dog bone away. And ripping the double triangle away from Wesley Berry, Tower wound up smacking his face against his right wrist.
Chipped my tooth, big time.
Cut his lip a little bit.
Sorry.
And here's another look at how that happened. Tower pulling so hard, Wesley lets go of the bone and it ricochets back into Tower's face, blooding his lip.
No rest for our big man, however, as he has to face our other contender, Mark Muse. Mark beat Saber back in the first round, but now Tower offering a different kind of challenge, a little larger challenge. Pull that bone away from the Gladiator or pull him out of the ring. It's worth 10 points. This one's a struggle for Tower. I'm not sure what Mark is trying to do.
Well, he's a former gymnast, and it shows.
He's trying to whip Tower all over the place. He's got him on the edge now. 10 seconds to go. Does Tower have the power? Yes. Wow. That was rugged.
And the Gladiators prevail once again. Mark Muse will show us here that you sometimes have to become a human contortionist to survive whiplash. Look at Mark. Unbelievable.
Great display of flexibility. On to the women we go. Kim Tyler carrying a 10-0 lead over April Wheat. She's in the ring now. Kim is with Siren. Freshman Athlete of the Year at Ohio State in 1989. We've told you all about her athletic credentials. She'll need to put those athletic credentials on the line here against Siren. And contenders, believe me, will try just about everything. Kim Tyler going for the strength move. Right now, Siren a bit too strong. 20 seconds to go, but she's got her on the edge. Oh, man. Kim Tyler, power
strong.
personified.
You all right? That's the first time I lost that game.
Picks up another 10 points.
A very impressive victory for Kimberly Tyler, and here's how she did it. She stays very low, uses all her strength, and gets Siren out of the ring.
And with that victory, April Wheat is now staring at a 20-point deficit. She'll need to get on the board here somehow, some way against Siren, who can't be in a very good mood after losing to Kim Tyler. Petty officer in the U.S. Coast Guard. She's had some basic training. Nothing quite like this. Siren really jerking, and when Siren pulls that thing away, April goes flying.
And Siren was definitely too much for April there.
That's the way it's supposed to be played.
No, Lisa, she may be be overmatched in just about every event, but no contender has more bounce to the ounce. She just keeps on keeping on. When she goes back to Arlington, Texas, she's going to look at her body and see bruise upon bruise. She is so tough.
Well, Mike, you call her the human pep pill, and that is a perfect moniker for her. She's a cheerleader.
Let's go.
A dynamic gymnast.
Fired up and ready.
And a Coast Guard petty officer.
Come on, let's do something. Let's do something.
A classic overachiever who surprised everyone. Swing shots next. Our semifinal round continues here at Gladiator Arena. Our next event, swing shot. Our men are set to go. Our Barons of Bungee, Gladiators Turbo, and Tower. And Wesley Two Scoops Berry is still looking for his first teaspoonful. He has yet to score, as has Mark Muse. Both men scoreless after 2 events.
And who could have predicted that? Unbelievable, scoreless.
Again, contenders have 1 minute to try to grab either the red, blue, or yellow balls off that center cylinder and put them back in the scoring bins atop their bungee tower. Mark has a blue one already in.
Wesley struggling to get back on top. There he goes.
Tower doing a nice job of keeping Wesley away from the cylinder. Mark's got another one, our state trooper, but Turbo pulls it away at the last second. 30 seconds to go. Tower again keeping Wesley away.
Great defense.
Gladiators timing their jumps perfectly. Mark's got another one, a yellow, and he counts that one. Goes back in the bin.
Oh, hey!
Two Scoops going upside down to get the blue. Time for a couple more jumps. Tower again with the great D. Mark gets one more. Tower, Turbo a little confused about the time. He thought it was over, and that's it. Mark with a total of 4 points in swing shot. Wesley Berry with a total of 3. And you wonder if Wes is starting to get a little frustrated.
Mark, you're a former triple jump champion. Did that help you at all up here? I bet your coach must have been proud.
Well, most definitely it helped out a lot. But usually when I triple jump, no one's chasing me, so.
You know, Turbo gave you quite a battle there, but you hung on remarkably on a couple occasions.
Oh, he got the first ball, but he wasn't getting any more. I knew his game plan. I hold on to it like I was holding on to my life.
Great job. Thanks, Mark.
Wesley Berry's problem wasn't a Gladiator so much as it was his own over-aggressiveness. Here he tries to go for not 1 but 2 balls, but he gets tangled up in his own bungee cord and loses some of his momentum. Our women are harnessed in for their bungee ballet swing shot for the Gladiators. It is Zap and Jazz. And a look at April Wheat, who trails Kimberly Tyler 20-0 after 2 events. Kim scored 10 in Pyramid, 10 at a Whiplash, and the bad news for April, this is Kim's best event.
Kimberly was a long jumper and triple jumper at Ohio State. She says she just loves to jump.
She's got a blue in her hand, 1 in her mouth, and she puts them back in. April gets a yellow. The blue's worth 2, yellow's 1.
Kim shut out that time, though.
April pretty good at this, though. She's got 2 more yellows. Here comes Kim. Jazz trying to keep her away from that cylinder. Can't do it. Kim has 2 more blues. Each of those worth 2 points.
She's so fast at getting back off the platform.
20 seconds to go. Went up for a blue and couldn't pull it off the Velcro strip up there. Jazz keeps her away that time. Zap does the same thing to April. 10 seconds to go. Fans here in Gladiator Arena trying to bring them home. One last effort perhaps. Kim going high. She's got a blue, but she won't put it in before time expires. And that is it. A nice go-round by both women. April Wheat finally on the board, and Kim continues to pour it on here.
Big smile on her face. She has this technique down perfectly. couple steps, jumps up, grabs two, comes back down, battles Jazz, and pulls on.
And owie.
I got plenty of them.
Hey, the good news is you finally got on the scoreboard, and you looked real good in this event, April.
So fun. It's like playing games. It's like little kid games.
You're not deflated at all by the way Kim's been performing so far?
I was a little bit, but she's a very awesome athlete, and I mean, the best is gonna win, so I'm gonna try my best, but no, I've just gotta keep my own energy intact.
Kimberly, you're an aerospace physiologist, and you deal with pilots who fly over 40,000 feet. Now, they wear special pressurized suits. You don't have one, but you were flying high today.
Oh, it's a good time. Working with pilots, I've always wanted to fly, and here's my chance, and I did it today. I had a great time.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kim.
Kim Tyler soaring in swing shot just as she does her favorite sport, track and field.
I was a Big Ten champion in 1991, and it was in the triple jump. It felt real good. I felt like I was flying through the air. You know, my parents were there to support me. It was one of the greatest times in my life.
Let's see if she can fly up the wall. That's next. Let's go vertical. The wall, the next challenge for our contenders here in the semifinals. Kim Tyler leads April Wheat, 28-4.
My arms are longer than my body.
All in the reach. It's all in the reach.
And while Sky will be reaching for April, Kim Tyler will be followed by Siren. Shocking up for a better grip, but Siren, you've got to catch Kim Tyler first. She's been unstoppable so far. 10 in pyramid, 10 in whiplash, 8 in swing shot. And off to a good start here against Siren. April struggling a bit. Siren crossing over, now closing in. If Kim can cross over this middle rib of the wall, she'll be in great shape. Siren hot on her heels, on right there. Look out, Sky pulls April down. Siren's got a hold of Kimberly Tyler. No points for our two women in the wall.
Well, Kimberly was unstoppable until right here. Siren crosses over and pulls her off.
Gotcha. First time that's happened all day. On the men's side, Mark Hughes with a 1-point lead over Wesley Berry going into this event.
Hey, Wesley, I know you're a little jittery here. I see you moving your legs. Big, important game for you right here at the wall, and it's a rematch with Sabre.
Yeah, I got to start off at 1,700% on this wall because I'm being chased by a good Gladiator, Sabre, and he's here to do his job, and I'm also trying to make it to the top so I can earn myself 10 points and a winner for my mother.
1,700%, I wonder what that looks like.
Here we go. I'm hungry. Time for breakfast. 2 scoops.
Mark Muse is hungry for success in the wall. He's focused.
See, now I get the helmet, so I have a bad hair day. So he gets to go up the wall looking all good, and I have a bad hair day. Is that fair? Is that justice?
Both Wesley and Mark most capable of making it the entire distance, all 32 feet. It's straight up, and it is hard, especially with Sabre and Hawk on your tail.
Well, you know, Wesley did beat Sabre in the elimination round, and he is on his way right now.
Both men, look how strong Mark Muse is.
Wow. He's just literally pulling himself up.
Wesley loses his grip and down he goes, but Mark Muse goes straight to the top. He took a beeline, a straight line, didn't bother crossing over, and obviously that strategy paid off. 10 points for Mark Muse.
Straight up, easiest move, straight up.
Mark, you must have done well in geometry back in high school because you know that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and you took a straight line to the top, something different. We've never seen that before.
Most definitely, Mike. I knew that they took out a couple of pegs. I examined the wall. Like you said, the best route is straight up. I can use my upper body strength and just climb up at the top, and it worked out well.
Did you give any consideration to crossing over that middle ridge?
None whatsoever. I was going straight up from the beginning to the end.
Straight up?
That's right.
Excellent work. Nice going, Mark.
Thank you, Mike.
What a great performance by Mark Muse, our 35-year-old state trooper from Piscataway, New Jersey. This guy has brought his work ethic to Gladiator Arena.
In the state police, you never say die. You always persevere. And the perseverance that the state police gives me is going to push me all the way to the end.
Ah, but can he get to the end of the gauntlet? We'll find out as AG continues.
1, 2, 3.
It's no highway to heaven. In fact, it's 80 feet of bad road. It's our gauntlet, the 5th event in the semifinal round. Mark Muse up first. He currently has a 14-3 lead on Wesley Berry after 4 events.
And this will be another great opportunity for Mark to pad his lead.
Inside the gauntlet, it'll be Hawk, Tower, Turbo, Saber, and Laser. Mark will try to get through this thing in less than 20 seconds. If he does that, it's worth 10 points. If he gets through in less than 25 seconds, it's worth 5.
And the gauntlet is brought to you by the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The best play here.
He's quick, but he's not getting through. Woo, yeah.
Contender ready. Gladiators ready.
You have to be quick, you have to be fearless.
And you have to be strong.
Mark has all those attributes as he fights his way past our first 2 Gladiators round 3. Saber now working on him with 10 seconds to go. If he can get by Laser, he's got a chance. Does he get the 10 or the 5? We're looking at Larry Thompson. He finishes it in 19 seconds. He gets 10 points.
And those are 10 very key points for Mark Muse. And you know the Gladiators hate to give up 10 points.
Going down 2 scoops. We're gonna put it to you right here.
Well, Wesley Berry is having one of those days that athletes have nightmares about. He just can't seem to get anything going, and right now he trails Mark Muse 24-3.
He's done well in this event before, Mike. Getting through in under 20
He's
seconds.
got those lightning quick moves. So he gets by Tower quickly and Hawk and Turbo. Saber is doing everything he can to give him his best shot. We knew it was one of 2 Scoop's best events. He needed something like this gauntlet to get him on track. He did it.
Maybe he has escaped that blue funk he was in for good. He thrives on the excitement of the audience. Up again after this performance in the gauntlet.
Wesley, you desperately needed these points. How did you do it?
Well, a friend told me just to calm down and just take my time. So I had to reverse the 1,495%. Now I'm ready to start escalating. I got my goal ahead of me. Take my time. Hi, Ma.
Thanks.
That goal was spot in the first half finals 2 weeks from now. And Wesley, you're right. To graduate there, you definitely have to escalate. I love it. He's got the crowd all pumped up, and their energy, the fuel that the contenders and Gladiators thrive on.
The women are set, and April Wheat is hoping the gauntlet doesn't become the Bermuda Triangle with Jazz, Siren, Zap, Ice, Sky inside. April could disappear.
Ready! Gladiators, ready!
She did get through this once before. We'll see if she can do it again. Wow, beating from Jazz.
Siren giving her the once-over. 10 seconds to go. Oh, man. And try as she might, our human pet build, full of energy, full of vim and vigor, but not enough power to get by our 5 Gladiators.
Our little April takes a licking, but keeps on ticking. This gal always has a smile on her face, but this one overpowered her.
Not a little person event.
Imagine, if you will, a giant pinball game. April the ball, the Gladiators the bumpers. Ouch. That had to hurt.
Yeah.
Kimberly Tyler has been the KT Express through 4 events with 28 points. Can our 5 Gladiators slow her down? We'll find out. She is set to run the gauntlet.
Gladiators ready!
Oh, right by Jazz.
She's got Barry Sanders-type moves inside that gauntlet, Lisa. Sky giving her the best shot so far, holding her up there. Zap, one last chance. Can she get 5 or 10? She got through in under 20 seconds. That means, of course, another 10 points for Kimberly Tyler. Pretty and powerful.
Kimberly, you know, you have been through this 3 times, and you've been through it with 10 points in 3 times. I was just determined. I just kept using my power and kept going forward. I think my quickness helped me a lot. I learned a lot from Wesley. That helped me. But I'm glad I'm through it, and I'm happy. Great job. Thanks, Kimberly.
Kimberly Tyler keeps on rolling. 38 points after 5 events. Will the Gladiators stop her? Next up, tug of war.
Oh, I don't think you can be too tall.
Just hanging out here.
Never too tall.
How big are your muscles?
They're pretty good size.
Contrary to what some might think, I'm actually a very nice person.
Okay, you guys, you know what my favorite cookie is?
Double stuff!
All right, let's have some. Everybody.
5 events down, 3 to go. Up now, the tug of war, and Kimberly Tyler has been unbelievable. 38 points through 5 events. She has a 38-4 lead over April Wheat, and she is hunkering down, ready to grip and pull against Ice Ice Baby. The contender has 30 seconds to try to pull the Gladiator off his platform or pull the ribbon to the favorable side. Again, the Gladiator at the initial disadvantage because of the angle of those platforms. Right now, Kim Tyler has leverage on her side. Ice doing everything she can to keep from being pulled off, but it was not enough. Kim Tyler has added yet another 10 points to her total. She now has 48 through 6 events.
Kimberly has been so impressive. Let's take a look at her technique. She's low, using her lower body strength, gives one last tug, the platform turns, and Ice is done.
Plus, Kim has that iron will. So does Ice. She's back up there again, and that is not good news for April Wheat. The crowd certainly behind Ice, and she sets herself ready to tug against our tiny one. And she's got the rope going in her direction, at least early on. Now Ice has got the platform tilted to her advantage. And April, she'll be content with the nifty dismount. But a little disappointed she didn't fare better.
She ends her event in style, though, Mike. She's obviously very disappointed, but she will be back for more.
Well, Mark Muse and Wesley Berry have waged quite a semi-final battle here. Mark currently with the 11-point edge over 2 scoops. Mark is up first. He beat Rebel, 285 pounds of Rebel in the first round. Let's see what he can do this time around with the Hawk. Both men bearing down, both men set to tug. Watch the response to the whistle. Right now, it's all Mark Muse, and it's all Hawk can do to maintain some semblance of balance up there. He's in trouble, and Mark goes flying, but he pulls the rope away to pick up the 10 points.
Mark has been so incredibly focused. Look at him up there on the platform. Eyes on the prize.
And the eyes of Wesley Berry say it all, too. He knows what he has to do against Hawk. Get 10 to keep pace with Mark.
Wow, Wesley got the first pull, and he's pulling him in.
Hawk, however, holding his ground. What Hawk would like to do is tilt that platform backwards so he can get some leverage. Almost had it there. 10 seconds to go. Hawk lost it. Wesley got it. 10 points for 2 scoops. Now he's back in business.
Okay, Wesley, now you are finally giving all those kids you teach karate to in Duarte something to cheer about.
Yeah, I said my prayers, got my energy together, my percentage is growing. I know my mother's watching, so I have to do great. I love you, Mom, Tanya, and the rest of the family. 2 scoops.
Well, what percentage are we at right now?
2,000.
Okay, can't wait to see more. Thanks, Wesley.
Family Man, 2 scoops, Wesley Berry, the karate instructor from Duarte, California, and second-degree black belt.
Best sport would probably be karate. I just love kicking at people.
It's time to ring that bell next on the joust. Peace.
Crunch time here at Gladiator Arena. Our crunch time event is the joust. First up, Mark Muse. He has a 34-23 lead over Wesley 2 scoops Berry going into this event. Bad news for Mark, our state trooper from New Jersey. He draws Saber. 30 seconds, the time limit. Mark will do his darndest and everything in his power with that pugil stick to knock Saber from the platform. Saber will try to do the same, trust me. Opening shot, quick to respond to the whistle again. Saber makes short work of Mark Muse.
Boy, he took him by surprise.
Mark left the door open by losing to Saber here in the joust. If somehow, some way, Wesley can muster some points, he'd put himself in great shape going into the eliminator. Saber will not make it easy. Saber almost went off.
Wesley got the first hit, and it was a doozy. Oh!
In the jousting matches that Saber has lost, it's because of his own aggressiveness. 15 seconds to go. Wesley Berry knocks Saber's helmet off.
Dynamic conclusion to a fantastic match. Saber thinks he has the victory. So does Wesley Berry, but technically, Saber should be DQ'd. Saber thinks he's won. Let's watch it one more time. Saber loses his helmet at the end of the match, and technically, according to the rules, that's a disqualification. Here's referee Larry Thompson.
There is a specific rule that is written for the protection of both the gladiators and the contenders that if they lose either their helmet or their stick during the course of the match is over and their opponent wins the match. In this particular case, Saber lost his helmet during the contest, therefore the winner, the contender, Wesley Berry.
To win, you gotta be good and you have to be lucky. This is a great break for Wesley Berry, a bad one for Mark Muse, a 20-point swing to Mark's disadvantage.
Well, Wesley, a bit of a controversy there, but I'll bet you'll take it any way you can get it.
Yeah, I'll take it any way I can. He was hitting me so hard it felt like an earthquake on a 10 on the Richter scale. But I'm glad it unbuckled and came off so I can get the 10, because Lord knows I needed it.
Well, you did. Saber, tough break. You had him going.
2 scoops and I have a little thing going. He's a black belt, I'm a black belt. We like to battle. We have a little thing going on, but he kept his balance, and he knocked my block off, so he won. Good job.
All right.
Good job.
And you have to love the sportsmanship. All right, Kim Tyler, huge lead on April Wheat. Jazz up there for the Gladiator. April up first. To say she needs 10 is an understatement.
She has impressed us with her resolve all day, but I think it'll take more than resolve to beat Jazz.
Jazz undefeated in her rookie season as a Gladiator, set to go.
Wow. She gets the first hit, Mike, and it's over. Just about as soon as it began. April, once again, very disappointed. But Jazz's fans in the stands are pumped up.
In 5 of the previous 6 events, Kim Tyler has scored an average of about 9.6 points per event. Shut out in only the wall. And you know Jazz is playing a different tune. Striking quick, Jasmine almost threw herself off balance. Kimberly Tyler also strong. Look at that! Look at that! This woman is in the zone today.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable.
Where she is drawing her inner strength from, we know she's a fabulous athlete. But she is putting on something extra here.
Yeah, what a battle. Hey, this girl had me lined up from the first. She had a pretty good strategy. I like hopefully we got a good thinking contender. That's great. Thanks, gals.
And she'll use those smarts, hopefully, to propel her into the first half finals in the Eliminator next.
Zap is a unique gladiator because
she's a veteran.
Being a senior gladiator member, I think
I know it all.
I can bench press
over 300 pounds.
I am the queen of the rings because
I have great upper body strength.
What does the name Zap mean to you?
3 letters, easy to sign on autographs.
My favorite bodybuilder is
Arnold.
Being a star is
awesome.
A spot in the first half final awaits the winner of the Eliminator. And barring a total collapse, that spot already belongs to Kimberly Tyler. KT, through 7 events, has built a 58-4 lead on April Wheat, good for a 27-second head start. The diminutive cheerleader from Texas probably won't win this thing, but she'll compete as she always does, with a smile on her face and a whole lot of heart. She's with Lisa at the start line.
April, you have managed to remain optimistic throughout this entire day. Look at you, still smiling. I want to know what's going through your head as you approach the Eliminator.
I just want to run through it as fast as I can. It's kind of a big deficit, but if I can just make it through it, that's my own accomplishment because she's an awesome athlete and I want to see her go all the way.
Good luck, April.
April Wheat, a great sportswoman, and that smile ever present. Her best time in the Eliminator, not that much different from Kim Tyler, 127 as opposed to Kim's 125. On course for the Gladiators, there's Siren and Zap. Underneath the handbike, our penalty enforcers. And the Eliminator is brought to you by M&M's Chocolate Candies. The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand. The race for it all set to begin. 25 feet of Versa Climber, the first obstacles the contenders have to get up and over. Kim Tyler, the aerospace physiologist, originally from Belleville, Ohio, on her way with a big head start. There's little April still waiting to go. And Kim has already completed the first leg of this Eliminator, the Versa Climber. Here comes April. Kim really pumping and pushing on that hand bike. Now the cylinder. That's a breeze. Onto the cargo net. She's one of 8 kids, Kimberly Tyler is. Her motto, if you think you can do something, then it can be done. Boy, has she proved that this afternoon. 10 points in pyramid, 10 points in whiplash, 10 in the gauntlet, 10 in the tug of war, 10 in the joust, and she's on her way home. Trying to get over that wall with the last ounce of stamina she possesses. Our contenders are given 2 bona fide attempts on the treadmill, then they're allowed to run up the side on the stable part. That's all right, Kim. You get to come up the outside now. Here she comes, pumping and pushing. She's going to break the barrier, and she is moving on to the first half finals. Kim Tyler. Her time, 1 minute and 39 seconds. And poor April Wheat, she's not quitting. She's still up there.
Her goal is to finish, Mike, and I'll bet she'll do it.
You know, it's kind of like running your first marathon or your first Ironman triathlon. All you care about is finishing. You don't care about how fast. You don't care about who is watching. It's all about self-pride. April surprised everyone by making it this far to the semifinals. She'll be remembered around here at Gladiator Arena for a long time.
Kimberly, an absolutely awesome effort. I want to know what you have to say to all those folks back at Beale Air Force Base.
This is rough, but I did it, and I'm going again. I'm glad it's over, too.
Thanks, Kim.
Wow.
You were great.
She did it indeed. Kimberly Tyler, 22 years old, one of our first half finalists, and April Wheat also crosses the finish line. True to her word, Lisa, she did not stop until she dropped past the finish line. So Kim Tyler will await the winner of next week's semifinal between Kathleen Scarvers and Kathy Marino. Congratulations all the way around.
She's gonna go all the way.
It's showtime for the men, and only 1 point separates Mark Muse from Wesley Berry. And that half seconds that 2 Scoops has to make up is virtually meaningless. Right now, Lisa's with our New Jersey State Trooper at the start line. He's got his work cut out for him. Lisa?
Mark, you've got quite a challenge ahead after being shut out in the joust. I want to know how a New Jersey State Trooper approaches this kind of a challenge.
Well, I approach it like I approach anything in life. I meet it head on and I give all I have.
Good luck.
Mark's determination never in question. What is in question is his speed in the eliminator, because 2 Scoops can fly. He has the record in this event, 49 seconds. Mark's best time, 59. There is a look at Turbo and Hawk. On course, our penalty enforcers, should our contenders fall off that hand bike. I don't think that's too likely with these 2 gentlemen. A half-second head start gone in the blink of an eye. Muse, Berry. Only one of these men will advance to the first half finals. Practically dead even. Look at these guys motor across on the hand bike. Right now it's Mark Muse.
Absolutely no room for error.
Is this where Wesley Berry catches up?
Wow.
They're even. Steven going to the zip line. Mark with a slight edge. He's the first to reach the zip line. Now Berry ahead. Oh man, is this close. I'd hate to see either of these men eliminated. Wesley Berry struggling on the treadmill. If Muse can make it, he's got it. He struggles too. He had his chance. Berry a second time, makes it. Man, oh man, it's 2 Scoops. Wesley Berry, 55 seconds his time. Mark Muse finally finishes, and he is upset, and I think he's upset about what happened back at the plexiglass wall. Had a chance to win another treadmill, couldn't do it.
Wesley, what a battle. I want to know what kind of an effort it took to win this one.
I'd have 9 scoops of raisins on that one. Mark's a great contender. I just had to go for what I knew, and I prevailed. I'm happy, but hey, it's for my mother and family. And thank God I got my health and strength.
Good luck next round.
So as 2 Scoops is moving on to the first half finals 2 weeks from now. Mark Muse still upset. He's with Lisa.
Okay, Mark, tell me what happened there.
We came off the zip line. I came off first. First person usually goes to the far end. When I went to the far end, the ref grabbed and said, no, you go inside. And he changed around again. By that time, Wesley was over the wall, but I knew to go to the outside. He got confused. He grabbed me, told me to go to the other side, then back to this side. Too late.
Yeah, that wasn't your fault. Okay.
But watch Wesley Berry on the left of your screen. The rule states the first man to touch the white line at the end of the zip line is awarded that outside lane. So our game judge, Fred Gallagher, properly steered both men in the correct directions. It was Mark Muse who was a little confused. That, however, was not as undoing the treadmill was. Still, the New Jersey State Trooper, a great contender. But the day belonged to Wes Berry. He's moving on. See you again next week on AG.
boys and she looked through the door. Inside, man, she never seen before. Light skin, light blue eyes, a double chin and a plastic smile. Well, her heart raced as he walked in the door and took an empty seat next to her at the bar. My brand new car is parked right outside. How'd you like to go for a ride? And she said, wait a minute, I have to think. He said, that's fine, may I please buy you a drink? One drink turned into 3 or 4, and then left and got into his car, and they drove away someplace real far. Now, babe, the time has come. How'd you like to have a little fun? And she said, if we could only please be on our way, I would not run. That's when things got out of control. She didn't want to, he had his way. She said, let's go, he said, no way. Come on, babe, it's your lucky day. Shut your mouth, we're gonna do it my way. Come on, baby, don't be afraid. If it wasn't for day rape, I'd never get laid. Started the car, he turned around and drove back to the bar. He said, now baby, don't be sad. In my opinion, you weren't half bad. She picked up a rock, threw it in the car, hit him in the head, no, he's got a big scar. Come on, party people, listen to me. Right, style, leave. The next day, she went to her drawer, looked up her local attorney at law, went to the phone and filed a police report, and then she took the guy's ass to court. Well, the day he stood in front of the judge, he screamed, she lies, that little slut. The judge knew he was full of shit, and he gave him 25 years. And now his heart is filled with tears. One night in jail, it was getting late. He was butt raped by a large inmate, and he screamed, but the guards paid no attention to his cries. That's when things got out of control. The moral of the date rape story, it does not pay to be drunk and horny, but that's the way it had to be. They locked him up and threw away the key. Well, I can't take pity on men of this kind, even though he now takes it in the behind. That's the way it had to be. They locked him up and threw away the key. Well, I can't take pity on men of this kind, even though he now takes it in the behind. Take it back!
Who the hell are you?
My dear, can you not remember? I'm the man that you threw over so that you could marry him. Back 10 years ago, I wanted you.
So that's why you killed him?
You will never know the pain. Now I have avenged all those years I spent alone without you, my loved one. Dear, I came back to take you and your son home with us. You men go and get the child. Sir!
Don't you go! No! Just wait, please! Don't you get it? scare him. I'll go and get him myself.
Go and get him. Lovely woman. Damn! God damn you, blasted woman! Go and find me that child. I want him right now. Get moving. Sir. Now I must make sure that I kill your entire family. God damn you, you bastard!
Mom!
Sir! We can't find anyone out here at all.
Get that child!
Sir!
Mom!
I've come too late.
Uncle Yin! Uncle
Teacher, please let me avenge my family's death. I am a man.
And now it is time for me to pay their debts.
Yin Chi Liang, I've been expecting you to say that for a very long time. Long ago, when you were just born, your father was in China studying there. With his very best friend, Wong Ho-ching, you were all that he ever talked about. Wong's only child was a baby girl. Your father's married you then. You find the girl with the other half of this medallion. And you take very special care of her. She is your wife. Someone says you're in very great danger here because of what you've been saying. If you have to speak on the crimes committed by Ma Sibing, then you better do it on your own. Or you'll make all your family suffer. And you know that I'm right. If you carry on, he won't forgive. He will kill all of you.
There's no reason for him not to kill me. I won't bow down to that bastard. Whatever he does to me. Who's that?
It's me, friend.
You dare to show up here?
Damn right I do.
You filthy bastard!
Much later, when I'd fully regained consciousness, Wong had been dead for quite a long time. And his little girl has not been heard of since then. No one has seen her. You're a fool if you try to say that you're strong enough. You cannot beat him, not in a million years. You're not yet ready. You must take things slowly. Learn to fight him. And then when you're very certain, no one will be able to stop you.
Teacher.
Not yet.
Teacher, I...
A killer has arrived here in our town?
Yes.
My commander.
It's an insult to my authority. If someone dares to kill here, you incompetent idiots had better finish him off. Go and get him. Come back when you've killed him. You half-wits. Did you not hear me? Huh?
Commander, don't worry about the flute man. We'll kill that murdering assassinator.
You will die if you fail me. Now get out and kill that bastard. Kill him! If you can really get him, I'll see that you're rewarded well.
Huh? Then I'll not deny you, sir.
Go now. You hear me? You men had better keep much closer guard from now on. I don't want any more trouble. See to it that everyone is checked from now on. Get to your posts! Sir!
Anyone who criticizes or shows disrespect to the government will suffer the consequences. The Commander, Marcy Bing.
Come in, sir. Come in. What can I get for you? Right there, sir. What are you having, sir?
Maybe some dumplings, huh?
Ah, yes. Here you are, sir. Where do you come from, sir? You're not from here.
Where I come from?
Ah, yes, sir. Yes. I haven't seen you before here. You'd better be careful what you say here. Many bad people staying here in our town. Keep yourself to yourself, or you'll find that people around here would cut your throat as soon as look at you.
There, my darling. Who's there?
Sir, I hope I find you well.
Is it true that a guest at the Dragon Lake Hotel killed some of my people and... what in God's name do you think that you're going to do? Is it true, you idiot?
Yes, more strange, Commander, sir. Korea is where he says he comes from.
Hey? Korea? He must be the one that we're after. Go get him!
Right. We must kill him. I will catch him and kill him, and he's as good as dead. And I will get a reward, and then I'll be rich. I'll be rich.
Go out and get him. There.
God bless you, my lord.
Who are you?
Mind your own business.
What's that? Our men were beaten up? Can you not even handle one Korean? Can't you kill a man for me? There's obviously many more than just one of them, and they're obviously coming after me. Have you managed to find out anything about the one that pays the fruit?
Have we met before?
You're not a friend of the lord of this place.
Your name is Yin, I'm right?
Oh? Hmm.
Let me tell your fortune for you. It's for free.
Go on.
Can you learn to cherish even people that you hate now? Only if you can do this can you find peace within yourself. Carry on and you'll find life very bad. I see this clearly.
You're a damn silly woman.
Say what you like. I don't know why you're after Marcy Bing, but I think you should give up. Try it and see if what I have been saying is the truth.
You keep quiet.
Why are you so damned angry? Touching a sore point, am I, my friend? Why don't you beat the hell out of me? Someone has sent their hunting dogs out for us. Coming at the front of Marcy Bing's pack is Tu Chan Fu, the dog. Chan Yu Fu is next. Then comes Pan Chan Fu. Maybe if you manage to stay alive for more than the next few seconds, I'll tell you what my real name is.
Come in, come in.
Please, sir, I need your help.
Come in, sirs. Come in right this way. Come on. Take a seat, that's it. Over here. There, there. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's compare our skill. Help me beat these bastards.
Up there!
Wait a minute. I would like to become a student of your Commander Ma. Could you take me to see him right away?
She could help me get that killer. Sure. You can be certain you'll be his student. You can really fight, even though you're only a girl.
Now then, let us see if you're as good as they say you are. My friend, if you are really capable of beating all three of them, then I will set you free. Stupid kid. You're too young. Stop that! Tell me now, want to still be a hero? You tell me the truth of why you really wanted to come here, and I still might have the heart to let you go.
Koreans are not afraid of dying with honor. We Koreans are brave.
Honor? Now, you'll beg to talk before this day is over. If you tell me the truth, I'll help you get out. If you think that we don't want to catch you up, you'd better think again. I could kill you now.
Maybe I'll tell you one thing. As long as I'm still alive, then I shall try and see that bastard dead.
Damn you, you filthy bastard! Ah!
Come on.
Now, will you swear always to serve me faithfully?
Yes.
Tell me, dear, would you be prepared to prove what you just said?
Yes. I will go and kill the flute player for your men. Then I'll have proof that I'm faithful.
Good. Take her and give her our best room. Yi Piao!
Sir.
Tell me, my man, Korean has said why he came here yet?
We'll know soon.
You stay there.
My God! What's happening, you damn silly bastard?
No need to worry. I'm here alone. It's so quiet. Quietest place for me to bed down. Poor little girl, why are you here alone? You're running from Ashibing?
I guess so.
This must be my lucky day. All you people carry lots of money. Have you got some?
Not even a penny.
Not just 1 cent, and there's no point in my robbing you. Get out of here before they catch up with you.
Sorry, mister. I'll repay your kindness someday. You'll see. Goodbye for now.
You've no need to worry. Now that you owe me a favor, sometime soon you'll pay me back. Now, while there's still time, I'd get the hell out of here if I were in your shoes. I'll find you. Go on. Off with you now.
See you then.
Here's your chance to repay the favor. When I've got you, then I will get all that reward. Come any closer and I will kill him. Please don't hurt me.
Teacher! Teacher!
You were a man. Could you not have done what you were told and waited a while? Now you've learned to be sorry. But then, sorry has no meaning.
Teacher!
You're a man, not a baby who has learned nothing else but to cry.
Teacher, tell me what I must do then.
I see. You will listen now, will you?
Yes.
Well then, something good in you has been saved. Don't count on what you've already learned to protect you. You must know that you still have much to learn now. Change the ways of your thought. If you will listen only to me, then we will learn together ways to make Ma regret that he ever lived. Are you ready?
Sister!
Huh? Teacher, she told my fortune once before.
You must be the ones who the government are after.
If you hand us in, you stand a good chance of getting a big reward all for yourself.
Never would I give away someone for the sake of some money.
Tell us then, what do you want?
I just want to complete what I set out long ago to accomplish.
The reason that she fought with me was because she was trying to get into Ma's palace.
If you don't dare to venture anything, you will get nothing back in return. Good. If fate is with us, we will meet again.
So, she was the one who saved me when I was trapped inside the palace.
Ignore all worldly thoughts and practice your internal technique. Now practice your external technique.
Yes.
Are you a man or just a crawling kid? Get on with your work.
Yes.
Welcome. Welcome. Come in.
Give me a reason. Why in God's name you built this shed right here along this road?
Have a heart, sir. It's my living.
When the hell has there ever been any business along this road?
I'm a poor woman, please.
Get her.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, please. No.
What is this? When the hell was this shed built? A couple of days back. You should know that sheds have never been allowed to be built here.
What can we do? She's no more than an old woman.
We'll see. Serve us, old woman.
Yes. Very good. Oh, very good. What can I get for you, sir? Just take a seat where you are.
Go and get her something and make it pretty quick.
Yes, yes, yes. Just a moment, sir.
There's the Korean, the flute man. That cunning woman, we must catch one of them. Then we will have accomplished the task that was set us.
But we have only 5 days to lay hands on one of them.
Tricky.
Is the commander going to hold a big party on his birthday?
Now, here we are. Here are some drinks for you. Is there anything else you would like?
bet you anything that you like that we will be invited there. Damn you, woman. You think that we three are all damn stupid. You're the only fool. Now you'll regret tricking me. You'll never be able to do this again.
Out! Get back, you lot. Someone's coming through. Make way there. Make way!
What a good example of what'll happen to you if you don't respect the government. Take a good look.
I will avenge the deaths of my mother and father.
Stay right there, please. Where you are. Where are you going?
My son died suddenly over the weekend. I'm taking him to town.
Open up and let me see.
Tell me, is it necessary to put me through all this?
Put it down.
I'll take care of them. You are very brave, but stupid too. Maybe I'll give you one last chance. All you have to do is tell me where the Korean and musician are hiding. What good is it for you to protect them?
I don't know.
Now I'll get it out of you. At last, damn you, you're here. We won't let you get away this time.
You aren't going to live much longer.
You know that you've had it now.
Hey, what the hell's happened?
That!
Teacher! This young lady's your wife.
Can you forgive me for what I've done?